my channel. My name is Alice. I go by Hello Alice here on YouTube and I make art videos. I feel like it's been a really long time since I sat down in front of the camera. I just have been really lazy and haven't wanted to do my makeup. But I am here now to tell you a little bit about the video that you're about to see, which is that I'm going to be reviewing the Arteza art supplies. This is from a brand called Arteza, and I'm going to be reviewing 4 of their art supplies, testing them out, seeing what I think of them. These supplies were all sent to me, and my opinion is 100% honest, 100% my own. If I don't like something, I'm going to tell you guys. If I do like something, I'm going to tell you guys. I would never lie to you. I'm not a very good liar to begin with. So, and yeah, so the supplies that I'm going to be trying out are, I'm going to be testing out the watercolor paper. I haven't done an actual picture on this, but I have played around with it, so I'll let you know my thoughts on their watercolor paper. I'm also going to be testing out their watercolor pencils. These are actually woodless watercolor pencils, which I think is a really cool idea, so I'm excited to test these out. And I'm also going to be trying out their water brush pens because I've only ever tried the Pentel ones, I think, the ones that everyone has. So I really wanted to try out some new ones. And these actually have different tips. So some are round tips and some are flat. So I thought that was cool. And then the last thing I'm going to be testing out, I've actually already opened, but it's their brush pens. These are water-based pens. So this is one section of it. So make sure you stick around till the end as well, because I am actually going to be doing a small little giveaway of some of these art supplies. So if you like free art supplies, make sure you stick around till the end and I will tell you all the information about the giveaway. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump on into the video. You guys will get to see me try out all these art supplies. I use a couple different techniques. I actually create 2 artwork pieces and I'm gonna be testing them out in my sketchbook. So yeah, let's get started.
All right, so the first thing that I decided to do when testing out the supplies was to kind of create a little swatch chart of all of the woodless watercolor pencils. And this is where I also kind of tested out the Arteza Watercolor Pad. And I actually really liked this. I felt like the paper was really thick. It's not very rough paper, it's definitely cold press. It would be really, really good for detail, I think, because it doesn't have huge amount of texture. I tend to like paper with a lot of texture, but this held up really nicely and the colors were really vibrant on it. The watercolor pad goes for, well, currently they're having a really big sale on their website, so it's $15.99 for a 2-pack, and each pack has 32 sheets, and it regularly runs $42.99. So I think either way, that's actually a really good deal. My first impression of this was actually really, really good. It's, like I said, it's very, very thick paper. I think I might like it more than Strathmore and stuff. So if you're looking to start watercolor, the fact that this comes with so much paper, 32 sheets in a pad, and you can buy them in a 2-pack for $15.99 right now, I think that would be a really good option to look into, especially for when you're starting watercolor and you don't want to invest a lot of money. So I have nothing bad to say about the paper, to be honest. I had quite a few other different supplies to test out, and so the first supply that I'm kind of showing you here is the brush pens. So these are water-based brush pens, and you can use them in a bunch of different ways, and I wasn't really sure about these when I first got them. I've never worked with any sort of water-based brush pen before in my life. It says about this that they're a water-based ink and you can get watercolor effects, and that it has a flexible nylon brush tip for fine, medium, and bold strokes. So these actually have brush tips. It's not a felt tip, it's a brush. And so I found that if you pressed too hard, the brush kind of spread apart, and then it would get kind of like a brushy effect, which was actually really, really cool. I felt like these had a bit of a learning curve, but I definitely tried playing around with them in a bunch of different ways. So I tried kind of laying them down by themselves. I tried laying them down, then blending them with water. I tried laying it down, putting on water, and then dropping it into the water, the brush into the water to have it blend. I tried a lot of different techniques with these brush pens, and I really like them, actually. I wasn't sure at first, and actually that's why I drew these little pineapples. I drew 4 different pineapples in a row so I could test out all these different kind of techniques. And yeah, they're fun. Like, you can get some really vibrant colors and you can really kind of do some fun things with them. It was super out of my comfort zone, but I really enjoyed them. I definitely like how thin of a line you can get. You can get a really delicate line with them, and I actually use them for line work a little bit later on in the video as well. I think they'd be really good for line work actually, because you could kind of smudge them out and soften them out. So I was pretty happy with these. Right now they are on sale on the Arteza website for $30.99 for a set of 48, which is what they sent me. And as you could see when I was unboxing it, it was 4 different kind of layers of colors. There's a really, really big color selection, which is really cool. Like, there's so many colors. I also really want to try using these in like my bullet journal and kind of see how they work in there. And I also used them in my sketchbook kind of before this to create backgrounds, and they work really, really well for those. So the next supply that I'm going to talk about is these water brushes. I'm unboxing them over on the left, as you can see, and the set that I got has 6, I believe. Yeah, 6 water brushes in it. And one of the reasons I wanted to try these is because I've only ever really tried one brand of water brush pens. And water brush pens are so popular right now because they're so easy to take on the go. And so the thing that drew me to these water brush pens was that they have, in the pack, it has 3 that have kind of a pointed or round tip and 3 that have a flat kind of wash style brush, which would be really, really great for on the go trying to get a nice smooth wash. And each one comes in small, medium, and large. And so for reference, on the website, they normally retail for $29.99 for 6 pens, which really isn't that bad at all. But they're actually on sale right now for $8.98, which is sort of insane. So if you guys want to try brush pens, like, yeah, that's an insane deal. I liked these brush pens. I didn't love them, but I liked them. The only issue that I really had with them was I had a little bit of a harder time controlling the flow of the water, which is what I found out when working on my second image, which is what I'm working on right now. This kind of floral, leafy, botanical girl. Sometimes I found that I got a little bit too much water, but I'm not that experienced with using water brush pens and controlling the flow of the water, so that could be a user error thing as well. But they worked really nicely. I mean, they were easy to get the water out of. They were easy to paint with. They held their shape really well. And I think the flat wash tip is really cool. I haven't seen that anywhere else. So I'm glad I have these in my kit, and I'll definitely be using them again. So now for the woodless watercolor pencils. So I'm not gonna lie, I was most excited to try these out. Like, everything else, I was like, oh, that's cool. And then, like, the brush pens really surprised me because I was like, okay, I actually love these. But the woodless watercolor pencils, you guys know me. I'm a watercolor girl. I've been really into watercolor pencils recently. I love carrying them on the go. I like to sketch with them a lot because you can kind of sketch and you can smudge out your lines to create shading and stuff. So I was really excited to try these, and I've always loved woodless pencils. Like, I used to sketch with woodless graphite. And one of the reasons I thought woodless watercolor pencils would be really good is that you can kind of turn them and use the flat side to create a wash and to fill in an area faster. So if you saw at the very beginning of this video, I started out by creating a color chart of the watercolor pencils to see how the colors of the watercolor pencils lined up to when they were wet and how vibrant they were. And then I also kind of tried blending them both into paper and into each other, and I kind of tried a couple different techniques just to see how they worked on the watercolor paper before diving into my sketchbook. And I was impressed, you guys. I mean, even from the first swatch where I started kind of laying them down before I'd even added in water, these guys were pigmented. They felt sort of creamy. They almost reminded me a little bit of oil pastels. They weren't chalky or harsh at all. And when you added water, I mean, the colors were just beautiful, like very, very vibrant, very, very pigmented. The pencil sharpened really easily. I never really had any breakage. They feel pretty sturdy. Actually, they've got a really nice heft and weight to them, and they were really, really lovely to work with. The 24 pack comes with quite a few colors, and I felt like the colors were really versatile. So yeah, I was highly impressed by the watercolor pencils. They would definitely be my favorite supply out of all the ones I tried. Right now, they are on sale for $19.99 for a set of 24 watercolor pencils. So if you are interested in starting watercolor pencils, you should get this set. I think this would be a great set to start out with, especially right now with it on sale. It's very affordable, especially compared to some of the other options out there. I think this is probably one of the best like introductory sets I've tried. I prefer them over the set that I started out using. Actually, I think they're a lot more pigmented than that set. So yeah, I would give these guys a try. I liked them a lot. Overall, I was actually really pleased with all of the supplies that I tried. I think that they were all quality. They were all made well. They were pigmented. They performed to my expectations. I was pretty happy with just about everything, to be completely honest. And you know, like I said, the brush pens do have a bit of a learning curve. They are a little bit hard to get used to, but once you start getting used to them, you can create some really beautiful stuff. I've actually seen a friend work with these, Monique Renee, over at her channel. You'll have to go check it out. And she created like seriously something amazingly beautiful with the brush pens. So yeah, those things are fun once you figure out how to work with them. So I was really happy with the Arteza supplies, and I'd actually like to try some more of their supplies in the future because I mean, 4 out of 4, man. Home run. My favorite would be the watercolor pencils. Probably my least favorite would be the brush pens, but they were still good. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on the Arteza supplies, and I hope you guys liked the artwork that I created with them. Let me know what you thought down below. I'd really love to hear you guys' feedback.
Okay, so I hope you guys liked my review of the Arteza art supplies. It was definitely a lot of fun playing around with them. I feel like I really kind of was being creative with some of my techniques when I was playing around with them, like before I filmed the video. So it was actually really fun to go outside my comfort zone, especially with the brush pens, as we're super far out of my comfort zone. But it's good. It's good to leave your comfort zone. It's good to try new things. So I am going to be doing a giveaway of some of these art supplies. So the supplies I'm going to be giving away are, I'm going to be giving away one set of the Arteza water brushes. I'm going to be giving away the 24 woodless watercolor pencils. And I'm going to be giving away the pad of watercolor paper. So this has 32 sheets. So they sent me some extra supplies so I could give them to you guys. So whoever wins is just going to win all of it. I'm not going to do like 3 individual giveaways. So if you want to enter this giveaway, then go ahead and post a comment down below. Let me know what your favorite art supply was that I tested out. And I will be picking a random comment to win these art supplies. I'll be picking the comments 1 week from today. So that is next Friday when the new video comes out, and I will contact you if you win. So yay! Also, they have very generously given me a 10% off code. So if any of you guys are interested in purchasing any of these supplies, down in the description box there will be a link, there will be my code, so you guys can use that to get 10% off and save yourself a little bit of cash. It's also really cool because it's like got my name in it. It's like Hello Alice 10 or something like that, and I'm just like super excited. I'm like, ooh, that's so professional. Like, am I a real YouTuber now? Anyway, if you want 10% off, that is there. So I'm rambling now, so this is the end of the video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Real quick, I do want to say thank you guys so much. I hit 200,000 subscribers this week, actually just a few days ago, and I am so thankful for every single one of you. Thank you guys so much for being members of the Wonderland fam, for all of your continuous support and love. I cannot believe that I'm here. I cannot believe that this has happened to me. Like, it is so exciting, and I love reading all your comments and seeing the work that you guys do, all the art that you tag me in on Instagram. It brings me so much happiness and so much joy in my life, so thank you. Thank you guys for inspiring me every single day, because you truly do. I get so much inspiration from every single one of you. that said, I'm ending the video. So if you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It does help me out with the YouTube algorithm. And if you liked it and you want to see more, then hit that subscribe button down below, hit the bell to be notified. I do upload new videos every Friday. Come join the Wonderland fam. We eat a lot of pizza and make a lot of art, and we're a very supportive little community. So yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, have a great rest of your day. Bye guys.